In the news this week, a new range of tough measures aims to protect free speech at English universities. The decision to close churches in Scotland will be challenged in court. And a bill in Northern Ireland aims to end abortion on grounds of disability. Hello. The government has announced a range of tough new measures to ensure free speech is not unduly restricted at universities. In response to the rise in staff and students being silenced or no-platformed, Education Minister Gavin Williamson said universities must now actively promote free speech. If they break this condition, the Office for Students can impose sanctions, including financial penalties. Individuals who are expelled, dismissed or demoted as a result of breaches will also be able to seek compensation for losses through the courts. Mr. Williamson said rising intolerance has had a chilling effect on free speech, but that there is now real cause for optimism. Together, the government and our higher education community can continue our long-standing tradition of respecting and protecting the right of speech. The Christian Institute's Simon Calvert welcomed the news.
Well, the cancel culture that we can see eating its way through our national life at the moment in many ways started off on university campuses. So if we're going to see a broader restoration of freedom of speech, it's right to target universities in this way. Probably many of us can think of examples of Christian unions being disaffiliated or pro-life groups being voted off campus. And so giving these groups the right to enforce their free speech rights against the university and against the student union will, I think, give them a welcome boost.
A group of church leaders has been granted a judicial review over the closure of churches in Scotland under COVID-19 measures. Judge Lord Braid agreed to a substantive hearing which will be held next month. If the case is successful, it could see the Scottish Government directed to allow churches to reopen. One of the litigants, Reverend Dr. William Phillip of the Tron Church in Glasgow and a Christian Institute trustee, said criminalising corporate worship is both damaging and dangerous for Scotland. Northern Ireland's Education Minister has backed former MLA Nelson McCausland after he was falsely accused of promoting conversion therapy. McCausland faced calls to resign from his role on the Education Authority Board after he shared the testimony of a homosexual man who left that lifestyle when he found Christ. Education Minister Peter Weir defended his former colleague, noting the testimony did not describe conversion therapy. The conversion of somebody to being a Christian has been equated to conversion therapy, which are two completely different things. He said those who accused McCausland of promoting conversion therapy either haven't read the article or are deliberately misreading it. And finally, a bill has been introduced at Stormont to end the abortion of unborn children on grounds of disability. Currently, the law's wording can be used to justify aborting children with Down syndrome and even cleft palate, a very treatable condition. The proposal to amend the law was brought forward by MLA Paul Given, who spoke to the Institute.
I've spoken to families here in Northern Ireland and they're part of this campaign, and they've spoken about how their son or daughter that has Down syndrome and how they find this legislation offensive, and that they're joining this campaign because they want to fight for a society that doesn't regard people with Down syndrome as a diagnosis or a problem, that actually it is something that is unique, which is to be cherished, that enriches our community and our society.
Well, that's all for this week. For more information on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.